YouTube, what's good YouTube? It's your boy LDG here, Lou Dice, back with another video, Hitman 3, let's get it, part 2 guys.
She came home.
Carlisle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, and you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlisle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlisle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlisle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlisle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlisle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlisle keeps a case file on the Constant, information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlisle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlisle and her three adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlisle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlisle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Alright guys, here we are, Hitman 3, Death in the Family, England. We have to eliminate Alexa. Man, look at the view here, 47, looking gangster as always. Nice bike, let's get it. We have to go to that mansion and kill Alexa. But we also gotta dress up as this private investigator over here. I'ma sneak around, let me get my coin out for a distraction.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlisle. Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlisle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlisle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlisle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlisle.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can distract him over here. Yeah, that's a good idea, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm gonna throw my coin over here to distract him.
Thumbs up, mate. Oh, man. Killer.
Nice, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I know you're an innocent private investigator, but I need that disguise. Alright, we're gonna hide the body over here. Actually, let's just hide it in the bush. We're gonna take a nice little shower here. There you go, you smell good. Alright, leave him right here, we're good. Alright, nice. Let's go, give me my coins. Alright. We're gonna continue as if we were the private investigator. He was going this way. Man, that's a big ass mansion. Sheesh. Alexa living huge, man. Alright, here we go.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlisle?
Yes, you can.
Yes, please.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen a place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlisle inside. Oh, I could just cry.
Oh, shoot. And we have a gun. Okay, hold that thought. Let me go over here. Alright, let's drop our guns. It's all good.
Sir, if you want to get through, I'm going to have to pad you down.
Alright, let's go. Pat me down, playboy.
Won't take a second, sir.
Yeah, hopefully that fiber wire don't get me in trouble, but let's see.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Alright, nice. We can keep the fiber wire in case we gotta choke some dudes out. Alright, here we go.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlisle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
Let's start the investigation.
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Let's go, butler. Don't waste my time.
You know, I told Patrick off. I'm not
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlisle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation.
Alright.
I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlisle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlisle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlisle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room. To my right.
All right, Butler.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
An act of foul play. Let's investigate Zachary's bedroom.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Wow, so he was poisoned, man. Yeah. You know what they say, man? They say that you deserve it whenever you die with your eyes open. Got that from Jadakiss. All right. Man, say I won't push you over this ledge. Alright, so let's keep it going. We have to investigate. Oh, there's a laptop here.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
Yeah, that's definitely foul play. He didn't take his life.
A hidden door.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
There's a peephole there. Yeah, that's weird. What's in here?
I'm sure there's more to find in Zachary's room.
What is this?
Zachary's suicide note. Also,
so Zachary supposedly wrote on his note that I am haunted by horrible past choices and their all-consuming consequences. Alexa was the raft keeping me afloat. Without her, I cannot go on. Goodbye. Yeah, that's definitely an act of foul play.
a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Yeah. Always wanted to do this.
Man, I'm dead.
Bye-bye. You dead. Boy, you dead. Alright, let's get back out there. We gotta meet up with the butler. The butler is downstairs. Come on, where you at, butler? Mr. Fernsby.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlisle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters.
Yes.
Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlisle.
I don't trust Mr. Fernsby here, I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
This is very useful information, 47.
Okay, so here's the rest of the family. So here you have Gregory Carlisle, the oldest child of Alexa. Here you have Edward, the middle child of Alexa. Rebecca, the youngest child of Alexa. Emma, the wife of Gregory and daughter-in-law of Madame Carlisle. Patrick, the son of Emma and Gregory. And Mr. Fernsby. And he stated that he was working in his office last night and he does not have an alibi, so We're gonna investigate that.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Yeah, good point.
About a month now.
Patrick Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
No, it's not it, fool. Ask about Zachary.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him, then suddenly he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
All right. Let's question all of them. Might as well. Just gonna pick up as much items as I can in case I gotta distract somebody.
But why don't we get any kind of explanation? It's bloody rude, that's what it is. Making us come here to play funeral and then show up like nothing's the least bit strange.
Oh, don't get your knickers all twisted.
I'm telling you, she's not fit to be in charge anymore.
Gregory Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
All right, let's ask about Zachary.
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? The only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
All right, listen, smartass. Let me ask you about the suspicious activity.
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Emma Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Alright guys, I'm gonna be honest, the 3 suspects that I interviewed, you know, the family, none of them did it. I still don't trust the butler, Mr. Fernsby, but we're gonna keep going around and we gotta question everybody.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
We have to find a key here. I want to try to make it into the butler's office, but I gotta find a key. Yeah, we're gonna go through here and see what's in here.
Patrick talking to Madame Carlisle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
You always led by example rather than by words and meaningless gestures.
Professor Edward Carlisle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca, they had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me. Like safe with Ethel. She never misses a step. Gossiping and work both.
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 a.m. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlisle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Alright, let's see. I wanted to investigate this room here. Gotta have something in that laptop.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Alright, let's see. Of course, they all have hidden rooms.
Years to put in place.
That's why Don Yates should be here. He made the arrangements. He should bloody well be the... Continue your efforts, Mr.
Surprise, motherfucker!
This all confirms that Arthur Edwards stole everything from Madame Carlisle. Perhaps you should let her know how bad it is, 47.
Thanks, Phil. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Rebecca Carlisle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort overstaying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Alright guys, let's go outside. Alright, this needs either a crowbar or a key. It's locked. Let's go around here.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Yes, sure.
Nice, there's a crowbar here.
Believing his sister was dead.
I'd say worried about how things would be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said to let him...
Okay, we're not gonna break in this way, we'll break in over here on this side. Okay, nice, let's go. There might be some clothes.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
Man, this mansion is huge, man. Get lost in here real quick. Here it is. Let's see where you hiding, butler. What is this?
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlisle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47?
A mansion master key? And what is this? Whoa, a burnt diary. Yeah, I don't trust that butler, man.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlisle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Yeah, I agree. Here, we're gonna wrap it up here. Let's go find the butler.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlisle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Come on, man. This guy had a diary of Zachary's diary inside his fireplace, trying to get rid of the evidence. I should choke you out right here and snap your neck, old man. But we gonna play it the cool way. 47's a hitman and assassin. We do things with style.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat.
Yes, I have.
Please, go ahead.
We don't trust the butler.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
Stupid! No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlisle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I want the case file.
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. That must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it. The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting.
Nice, we got the case file for Arthur Edwards.
And I don't like any of you.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlisle.
Oh, sure thing.
Rest in peace.
Goodbye.
Mission complete.
"47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Alright, let's get out of here. We already eliminated Alexa Carlisle. We was the private investigator, and it was pretty cool. This was a cool mission in England on that mansion. But yeah, guys, this was part 2 of Hitman 3. I'm gonna end the video right here. As always, if you could drop a like, I appreciate that. It shows me that you like the videos. And if you're new, subscribe. As always, guys, gonna be dishing out part 3 very, very soon. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Peace and love. Thanks for watching.